This man drew a black line between the twin towers. An impossible dream was born. Before dawn, he snuck up to the rooftop with his equipment. They used a bow and arrow to connect the steel cable between the buildings. After completing all preparations, the man placed one foot on the cable. Without any safety equipment, he began his performance 400 meters in the air. More and more pedestrians were drawn to him. When he reached the middle of the towers, he knelt on one knee, paying tribute to the World Trade Center towers and the sky. The crowd below erupted in applause at this incredible feat. Soon, police who had been alerted arrived on the rooftop, but they were helpless against the man on the wire. They warned him not to risk his life, their urgent tone suggesting he could fall at any second. But the man knew the chance to walk in the clouds came only once. He smiled slightly. Under their astonished gaze, he hoisted the balance pole onto his shoulder, then nimbly turned and changed direction. He began his second aerial crossing, and this time he was even more daring. When he reached the middle of the wire, he knelt directly on the balance pole, then slowly spread his arms wide, looking down at the crowd below. In that moment, he felt like a free bird, enjoying scenery that belonged only to him above the clouds. Then he did something even more astonishing. He placed one foot on the balance pole. Even the police couldn't help but admire him. After completing this, he continued forward. The police thought he would return to the rooftop and quickly prepared to receive him, but the man couldn't end it all so easily. Like a rebellious child, he turned around again, but halfway through, he suddenly stopped, then slowly sat down. In that moment, he seemed to be sitting on the edge of the world, a feeling both thrilling and dangerous. The next second, he lay down directly on the steel cable. The crowd below him grew larger and larger. Everyone genuinely admired his courage. As he basked in pride and satisfaction, a seagull suddenly flew across the sky. Looking at the seagull's blood-red eyes, he realized it was time to go back. However, just then, the wood supporting the wire suddenly broke, and the screws holding the wire loosened. The man nearly lost his balance. At the same time, a helicopter roared past, ordering him to leave immediately. After that scare, it became increasingly difficult for him to maintain balance, but the determination in his heart helped him regain his composure. He put the balance pole on his back, deciding to complete the final stretch the primitive way. When he reached the last step, the cable began to shake violently, and even the safety lock started swaying. Everyone thought he was done for, but with tremendous willpower, he steadied himself. Finally, he succeeded. He tossed the balance pole to the police.
My name is Philippe Petit. I'm a wire walker.
For violating city regulations, he was arrested on the spot, but his brave and fearless act won everyone's admiration and respect.
I gotta tell you, what you did was something. I know I'll never see anything like that again in my life. You got guts, pal. Good job.
This incident made Philippe famous and gave the Twin Towers a different kind of meaning. As a memento, Philippe left his signature on the rooftop and received a permanent pass to the Twin Towers. But no one could have imagined that on September 11, 2001, the Twin Towers would be destroyed in an instant by the attacks.